English can be difficult, but it can be understood through tough, thorough thought though. Difficult sentence, isn't it? Today we're going to look at these 5 words, how to pronounce them and how to remember them. Before we get started with today's lesson, if you're interested in improving your British accent and pronunciation, or you're just a big fan of the British accent and British English, then consider subscribing to my channel. I post new videos every single Friday about, of course, pronunciation, some grammar, vocabulary, slang, idioms, and loads more. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, consider hitting that subscribe button, and also don't forget to press the bell notification icon as well to receive notifications every time I post a new video or I go live. Okay, now let's get started. Let's start with that first word. Through. Through. So what we have here are essentially 3 sounds. We have that TH, this is a voiceless TH. So what we need to do here is put our tongue in between our teeth, but we don't bite. I see a lot of students trying to bite and it sounds like, and that's not a good sound. It's not healthy. You might hurt yourself. So what you need to do to avoid any injury is put your tongue in between your teeth, and what should happen is the air shouldn't be flowing around the sides. This is something that a lot of people forget to explain, is where the air should be flowing. Essentially, the air should be flowing between your top teeth and your tongue. So if I'm doing this sound, the air is coming here, not from the sides. So you need to make sure that you're not pressing too hard. It's very gentle. Okay, I feel like a snake when I do that, but that's the sound we're aiming for. The next one we have is this R sound. Be very careful. Don't roll the R. This is not trilled in English, so it's not R like through, but through. Thur. So you see I'm very quickly transitioning to that R. And my tongue is kind of in this shape. I'm going to do a video about how to do the R in the future in more detail, but for now I'll just keep that explanation like that. The key though is making sure that the tip of your tongue here is not touching the top of your mouth. Okay, that's the main thing. Otherwise you're going to get a trill, and that sounds like through, and that's not what we're going for today. Then that final sound is ooh. Ooh, so my lips are rounded. Ooh, it's a long sound. All together, through, through. The next one is a little bit easier because we don't have that TH sound. It's just a T, 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 T. Now notice I don't pronounce this T in English whilst touching the back of my top teeth. What a lot of students do is they say tough, tough, and they're kind of touching here behind their top teeth. Instead, in English, what we do is we pronounce the T a little bit further back, so it's more towards the alveolar ridge as opposed to where your teeth are. Make sure as well that you're pronouncing this T with a lot of air. A lot of students try and really push hard, so it sounds like okay, something like this, but there's a lot more air in English. It's a lot softer. Imagine you're like a beatbox, okay? It's like this tss, tss, tss sound. The next one we have is the vowel. Now what a lot of students do is they pronounce this really open and they say something like taff. So it's more like an ah sound, but it's not an ah that we're going for. It's more of an sound. So your jaw, here this is your jaw just drops down for this sound. Ah. It's too open. Then the last sound is very simple. It's just a f, normal f, nothing special here. So all together we have tough, tough. Careful that you don't pronounce any vowel sounds at the end. I hear a lot of my Italian students saying things like tough, okay? Be very careful with that. Tough, tough. Now this next one looks really long and quite intimidating actually, but it's not that difficult. So essentially it's just 4 sounds. We've already looked at the first one, that voiceless TH. So we've got, we know this one. And the second one we looked at in tough. So we've got th, not fa, but th, th. The next one we have is a r sound. We looked at that in the first word as well. So we have thir, thir. And then, of course, we need to release that r into a vowel sound. Here it's weak and we have the schwa. So it's very relaxed. Thorough, thorough, thorough. The fourth one is thought. Now what a lot of students do is they get influenced by the spelling here and they say something like thought and they pronounce it as a diphthong with an O sound, but actually it's just an O sound. So notice the difference here. I don't say tho, O, but I say thaw, or thought. So again, the sounds are quite simple here. We've looked at some of them already. We have that voiceless TH, then that vowel sound, careful that you're not making it into a diphthong like an O, it's just an O sound. And also don't be scared to make it long, okay? A lot of students get a little bit scared of these longer vowels, but if you say thought, it doesn't mean anything in English. So you need to make sure it's a long vowel. Thought, thought. And make sure you get that T at the end. Careful, again, like I explained earlier, I'm not touching the back of my teeth. Not thought, thought, but thought. It's a little bit further back towards your alveolar ridge and there's more air. It's a lot softer in English. Now this TH is a little bit different. It's pronounced in the same way, but this time it's voiced, meaning that there's vibration here. So a voiceless sound would have no vibration, just in case you're not sure. But anyway, a voiceless one would be something like through, think, okay? There's just air. With this one, we have a voice sound. Now that vowel is a diphthong, so we do say though, okay? And there's no sound after this. It's simply just those two sounds. The voice TH, and then that diphthong O, though. So altogether we have through, tough, thorough, thought, though. So that's it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it and you've learned something new. If you have, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. That would be wonderful. And also, if you haven't yet, don't forget to click subscribe. I post videos every single Friday, as I mentioned at the beginning. I won't repeat that and bore you, but also don't forget to click that bell notification icon as well to receive notifications every single time I post or I go live. I hope you have a fantastic week and I will see you next lesson. Bye bye. Then we have this R sound. Be very careful. I know